welcome back to Thinking of Krishna. My name is Deveshni Radhikadasi, and today we will be reading from Sri Caitanya Mangala, Sutra Khanda, Chapter 2, Part 3 or 4. I can't remember because it's been so long. We haven't been able to, it's just a very long chapter, so we've had to break it up a few times. So I thought I would try something new this time and try reading live today. I'm sorry that I haven't uploaded any readings in quite a while. We've been quite busy with different family events, temple service, lots of temple service here in at the yatra that we are visiting. So please forgive me. I will try to keep it more regular, but sometimes it's just how it is. So let's continue. We left off on page 41, and now we will read Lord Jagannath glorifies Gauranga. When Narada returned to the Earth planet, he noticed a decline in the religious practices of the people. They had given up the practices of charity, penances, and austerities. Neglecting all pious activities, men were using their bodies, minds, and words only to glorify their wives. Men were totally infatuated with women and sense enjoyment. Nobody cared a fig for yoga or self-realization. Observing these symptoms, Narada became convinced that during his visit to Brahmaloka, the age of Kali had arrived on earth. Feeling disturbed, Narada sat down to meditate. Suddenly, he heard a divine voice in the sky. I am Lord Jagannath, the Lord of the universe, and I have appeared as Dharu Brahma, form of Loka. I am residing in Nilachal beside the sea for the divine souls. Have you forgotten the past? In order to fulfill the promise of Katyayani Devi, I have descended to distribute my Mahaprasad to everyone. Now, O best of the sages, come to Nilachal, Jagannath Puri, obey my order. Overwhelmed with love, Narada cried out, O Jagannath! Playing his world-enchanting veena, he hastened to Nilachal. Entering the grand temple, he saw the large, round lotus face of Lord Jagannath. His face was more cooling, brilliant, and beautiful than a million moons. Narada saw Lord Jagannath as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, the fountainhead of all incarnations. The Lord was full of ecstasy and had an effulgent smile. Now he had appeared in the most merciful form as a worshipable deity. Falling at Lord Jagannath's feet, Narada said, Please, Lord Jagannath, the age of Kali has come. Please bestow your mercy. People are bewildered, extremely degraded, and full of lamentation. Controlled by their senses, they're engaged in the most gross sinful activities. Lord Jagannath smiled, touched Narada's hand, and said confidentially, Narada, now you should go to Goloka, the topmost spiritual planet. Lord Gaurasundar is residing there. Lakshmi and many other ladies lovingly serve Lord Hari, who is the only enjoyer. The residents are happy there. Radha and Rukmini are the principal queens. Along with their many expansions, they serve the Lord as his consorts. Following in their footsteps, hundreds and thousands of devotees also serve the Lord. Satyabhama serves the Lord with her incomparable beauty and matchless qualities. Indeed, she is the most beautiful woman in the three worlds. She is the connoisseur of cleverness and knows the limits of rasa. Satyabhama enjoys charming pastimes encompassing the various rasa-laden arts. After worshipping Srimati Radharani, the Lord expanded himself into many forms to enjoy the rasa dance in Vrindavan with hundreds of loving gopis. With one mouth, how is it possible to describe the limitless glories of this sweet pastime? In Dwarka, all the ladies obey Rukmini Devi. Their minds are full of devotion, and they always sing the Lord's glories. Even when they're all together with Krishna, they experience individual flavors of rasa. The 4 types of salvation are given by the Lord of Vaikuntha. Even fallen people in the material world may attain liberation by rendering devotional service. Only pure bhakti, however, can control the Supreme Lord. Being surrounded by Lakshmi Devi, the Lord is always rich, but he is always in need of the taste of pure love. As sugar can't taste its own sweetness, but helps others to taste and enjoy it, similarly, with the help of bhakti, salvation is automatically attained. Liberation impedes the natural flow of pure devotional service. You should know that Prema Bhakti Yoga far surpasses the 4 types of liberation. The Supreme Lord of Goloka will come to Puri as Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu to distribute his mercy. As the Lord of all lords, he will have a tall golden form. By freely giving his mercy, he will mitigate everyone's suffering. He will preach, chant, and glorify the holy names. He will distribute the bliss of pure Krishna Prema to deliver all people in Kali Yuga. Now go see him and you'll get relief from all your miseries. After hearing from Lord Jagannath, Narada Muni left Puri and traveled to Vaikunta. While moving, Narada was thinking, I have heard many confidential talks in the Srimad Bhagavatam about mukti and bhakti. I have also heard about that place which is unknown, unmanifest in this world, and beyond the. Today I will see that place manifest before my eyes. Narada visits Vaikunta. Infatuated with Krishna Prema and playing his veena, the great sage moved quickly to Vaikunta. He became even more ecstatic when he heard the sweet singing of the residents of Vaikunta. Arriving at the gate, Narada praised Lord Vishnu with the most auspicious prayers. The Lord of Vaikunta was sitting on a jeweled asana, surrounded by his eternal associates. Narada Muni fell at the Lord's feet in respectful submission. Immediately the Lord picked him up and embraced him. Laughing and smiling, the Lord said, Narada, please reveal your mind to me. Immediately tell me the secrets of your heart. I am eager to fulfill your desire. I will easily reveal to you whatever you can't understand. With folded hands and a humble heart, Narada replied, My Lord Narayan, you are the super soul of all living entities. Since you already know everything, what more can I say? In your Daru Brahma form, as Lord Jagannath, you told me about a wonderful form of yours. Now I want to see that form. Then Lord Narayan, the jewel mine of all transcendental qualities, said, That form is my original form, replete with many different energies standing like a shadow. They serve him in his unlimited number of incarnations. I am all-pervading and within everything. Lakshmi Devi and the 4 muktis, forms of salvation, follow me. I am the wealth of Lakshmi Devi. Narada, this Vaikunth planet, which you have come to, is an expansion from the original topmost spiritual planet called Goloka Vrindavan. The 4 types of mukti act here like a shadow, covering the brilliant reality of bhakti. In Goloka Vrindavan, however, there is nothing but spontaneous, pure devotional service. Srimati Radharani is the original energy, the very embodiment of prema. She alone controls Sri Krishna, the supreme enjoyer. Their abode is called the Mahavaikuntha, the topmost planet among the Vaikunthas. 3/4 of the Lord's energy is found in the spiritual world. I can definitely say that Gaura Hari is beyond the touch of Maya. He is a desire tree full of compassion. O great sage Narada, go to his abode and take shelter of Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu, the Shiksha Guru for the whole world. Narada sees Gauranga in Goloka. Narada moved toward Goloka, playing his veena and singing the glories of Hari. Overwhelmed with ecstasy, his body showed various symptoms of transcendental love like horripilation. One moment he would run, calling out, Gauranga! The next moment he would stagger a few steps, turn his head around for no reason, and then run forward rapidly. Suddenly, a soothing Vaikuntha breeze flowed over him, and in the distance he saw a wonderful effulgence more cooling than 1,000,000 moons. Narada's senses became inert when he smelled the sweet fragrance of the Lord's lotus feet. Narada saw that the residents of Goloka were in a joyful mood. Thousands of cupids surrounded the Lord, waiting to serve him. Their bodily features were very attractive. Their talking was a shower of nectar singing, and their walking was full dancing and dramatic gestures. They seemed completely satisfied by an inner bliss created from pure love of God. Kalpavriksha trees and Kamadhenu, Surabi cows, dotted the landscape. Seeing some flowering vines, Narada remembered Uddhava's desiring to take birth as a creeper in Vrindavan. Soon Narada came to an attractive private grove in the inner portion of Goloka. There he saw the golden form of Krishna, Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, upon an ornately decorated, brilliant golden throne. The throne was placed on a jewel-studded platform under an incredibly beautiful desire tree. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, his gentle face adorned with an ecstatic smile, sat there peacefully. His form was more nectarian and beautiful than the sweetness of honey. A mango twig resting atop a covered water pot sat beside the throne. Gauranga Rai's left toe was touching the water pot. The grove was illuminated by a bejeweled lamp shining like the sun. Radhika and her gopi friends, representing the energies of Vrindavan, holding jeweled water pots, stood on the Lord's right side. On the left side, representing the energies of Dwarka, were Rukmini and her followers, holding golden water pots containing jeweled water. Nagnajiti gave a full pot of water to Mitravinda, who in turn gave it to Sulakshana. She gave it to Rukmini, who then used that celestial Ganges water to bathe Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Tilottama, one of Indra's apsaras, filled another water pot, passed it to Madhupriya, who gave it to Chandramukhi. She gave it to Radhika Rai, Radharani, who poured the water on Gauranga's head in Abhishek. Satyabhama gave celestial scents, dresses, garlands, and ornaments to Lakshmana, Subhadra, and Bhadra, with golden water pots full of celestial Ganges water, soaked in jewels. Everyone bathed the transcendental form of Lord Chaitanya. From all four directions, celestial ladies came with wonderful clothes, jewels, and ornaments for the Lord. The best minstrels stood near Lord Gaura Rai, praising him with select prayers. According to the Vedas, the best meditation is to always remember the Abhishek of the Lord of Goloka. The beautiful body of Mahaprabhu shone like molten gold. His 2 arms were long and graceful. He was being worshipped by devotees chanting the 4-syllable mantra. That same form appeared with 4 arms in Vaikuntha. There his body is the color of a newly formed rain cloud, and he holds the 4 symbols of Vishnu in his 4 hands, Chakra, Padma, Shankha, and Gada. Upon seeing Gauranga, the great sage became overwhelmed with divine love. He fell upon the Lord's feet and bathed them with his tears. Smiling, the Lord picked up Narada and put him on his lap. At that time, Narada said, "O my Lord, you are very dear to me. You have destroyed all my pains and miseries. My dear Mahaprabhu, I've never seen such amazing things. Now my life is perfect. Never before have I seen such nectarian beauty compressed in one form. Even my father, Brahma, can't understand you. You are completely indescribable. Some say you are the supreme effulgence. Others say your existence defies definition. There is no example to describe your effulgent aspect. Some say that you're the topmost supreme personality. No amount of speculation can measure you. One can't get liberation even if he knows all about your all-pervading energy. In this way, your transcendental pastimes defy comprehension. Ananta, with thousands of mouths, can't reach the end of your transcendental qualities. Although he's trying, he can't properly glorify you. By your mercy, I saw your form as Lord Gauranga, which was impossible for me to perceive otherwise. Yogis and Shankhites believe the path of bhakti is the gross way to approach the Supreme. They say only through mysticism and meditation can one realize transcendence. Nevertheless, the devotees are resolute in their consciousness. They simply fix their minds on the lotus feet of the Lord and worship him with undivided attention. According to the Vedas, some follow the path of Varnashram Dharma. Some Munis, without understanding the Vedas, try to present the conclusion of Vedanta. Why do different philosophers present conflicting views? Some stubbornly insist that the absolute truth is non-differentiated oneness. I fully understand that you are beyond the reach of knowledge, guesswork, or speculation. Please give me the mercy of your lotus feet. I feel great anguish. My Lord, just let me die and be reborn so that I can attain prema bhakti and lead a life of Krishna consciousness. After hearing Narada Muni's appeal, Lord Gauranga smiled and said, Narada, king of the sages, just come with me. Let us go to Navadvip and we'll deliver the people of Kali Yuga by preaching my pure devotional service. I reside in Svetadvip along with my elder brother Balaram, whose expansion is Ananta. He is served by Lord Shiva and the 11 Rudras. Balaram, in his expanded form as Kshirodakshai Vishnu, and his wife Revati are now sporting in the ocean of milk. He arranges for the incarnations to first enter the material world. Narada, go quickly to Svetadvip and ask the Lord to take the name of Nityananda and appear on earth with his eternal associates. Narada Muni, feeling blissful and satisfied in his heart to hear from Lord Gauranga, chanted, Haribo, Haribo. Lochan Das declares that one will be swept away in waves of ecstasy by hearing this transcendental conversation. Gauranga tells why he descends. Murari Gupta continues narrating to Damodar Pandit. After Narada's departure, the Lord thought to himself and then announced to his beloved associates, Listen carefully as I explain why I incarnate on earth. The Lord, the greatest of all controllers, always thinks about the welfare of the world. He was surrounded by Radharani on his right side and Rukmini on his left. All his delightful queens, dear associates, and intimate followers were also present. They were all eager to listen to the Lord's nectarian words. Millions of eyes were not enough to appreciate the unique beauty of the Lord's face. As many chakora birds hanker after the rays of one moon, similarly, their eyes were thirsty to drink the nectar of the moon-like face of Lord Gauranga. Revealing the purpose of his incarnation to all his eternal associates, Lord Caitanya said, In every age I appear in the material world to deliver the saints and to re-establish religion. Without understanding the purpose of my advent, the ignorant people continue to commit sinful activities. It hurts me that after Satya Yuga, sinful activities gradually increase with the progress of the ages. Seeing the appalling condition of Kali Yuga, I feel compassionate and personal in order to manifest my love. I will personally teach the people the difference between religion and irreligion. I'll give them the most difficult to attain jewel of prema bhakti. In Navadvip, on the bank of the Ganges, I'll appear as the son of Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Mata. In my previous incarnations, I killed the demons, but as Lord Gauranga, I'll conquer them with my love. In my other incarnations, I took fierce forms and powerful weapons to obliterate many huge and invincible demons. In Kali Yuga, however, I'll use the weapons of my transcendental holy names, qualities, and the potency of my prema bhaktas, pure devotees. With these, I'll conquer the people's demoniac mentalities and award them pure devotional service to Radha and Krishna. Now, without considering anything else, everyone just come with me and we'll destroy the sinful activities of the age of Kali. With the powerful chopper of Nama Sankirtan, I'll cut the hard knots of demoniac desires from the hearts of everyone. Even the sinners reject religion or flee to foreign countries. Even if the sinners reject religion or flee to foreign countries, still they will get the mercy. I will send more Senapati Bhakta to go there and deliver them. More means my. Senapati means a military field commander, and Bhakta means a devotee. So Lord Chaitanya will empower his own devotee to spread Krishna consciousness around the world. I will inundate the entire universe with my love. Not a pinch of misery or lamentation will remain. I will freely give my ecstatic love to the demigods and all moving and non-moving living entities. Lochan Das happily sings about the appearance of Lord Chaitanya. In this way, Lord Gauranga revealed his reason for coming to the earth planet. Meanwhile, playing his veena, Narada Muni traveled on. Enraptured in Krishna Prema, his eyes became moistened with tears, impairing his sight. He stumbled and staggered like a drunken man. Indeed, he was intoxicated with Gauranga Prem. After taking a few steps forward, he would fall backwards to his starting point. In a voice choking with ecstasy, he uttered the names of Krishna and collapsed on the ground. He slowly picked himself up with great difficulty. Narada visits Lord Balaram. While contemplating the blissful form of Gauranga within his heart, Narada roared like a lion. He was oblivious to outsiders and failed to recognize his friends. He could only see Gauranga, whose bodily effulgence was shining like a million suns within everyone. Beholding this beautiful form, Narada traveled through the airways to Svetadweep, the abode of Lord Balaram. Gentle breezes carrying the sweet fragrance of celestial flowers greeted the great sage. Strands of pearls were hung across everyone's doorway. Old age, invalidity, disease, lamentation, and death were non-existent in this environment surcharged with pure goodness. All the residents shared feelings of mutual friendship. The presence of Lord Baladev, the predominating deity within the ocean of milk, was felt everywhere. Due to this, everyone had attractive and pleasing personalities. Considering himself blessed to see this, Narada thought to himself, "Soon with my own eyes I'll see the Lord of the three worlds, and in ecstasy I'll fall at his lotus feet." Lord Balaram Rai assists Lord Sri Krishna in his unlimited pleasure pastimes on earth. He also kills many demons. Balaram expands himself in three forms to render loving service to Krishna. Ananta, one of Balaram's expansions, holds one universe upon each of his thousands of unlimited heads. He is the supreme controller, staying in the center of Svetadweep, performing many joyful transcendental pastimes. Lord Balaram serves Lord Krishna as his bed, seat, and umbrella. At the time of pralaya, flooding of the universe, he becomes a banyan leaf to carry baby Krishna. When the Lord fights, Balaram becomes his transcendental weapons. In so many ways, Lord Balaram expertly serves the Lord. In one expansion, he serves the Lord, and in another, he supports the universe. This is my dear Lord Balaram. He is the master of the three worlds. I will see him in the middle of the milk ocean and tell him the order of Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu. These two lords have one mind, just like the king and his minister. Direct and partial expansions of these two lords will also descend on the earth. While absorbed in these thoughts, Narada Muni joyfully entered the palace. He saw the beautiful moon-like white form of Lord Balaram, the Lord of the three worlds, surrounded by his intimate associates. Sitting upon a pure white throne, Lord Balaram looked as majestic as a mountain. He had a gentle, nectarian smile on his finely shaped lips. His lotus eyes, with a reddish hue, were rolling as if in intoxication. He spoke in a faltering voice. With half-closed eyes, he cast furtive, indifferent glances. Jeweled necklaces of pearls, coral, and rubies hung around his neck. Other costly ornaments remained hidden under his clothes. Leaning against a bolster, Lord Balaram held up his head with his left hand and held Revati's hand in his right hand. Revati was folding tambula, betel nut refreshments, and putting them in his mouth. She gazed at her lord with looks of love. Many maidservants, their bangles and waist bells chiming melodiously, happily fanned the divine couple with chamara whisks. At that time, Narada, his veena vibrating attractively, arrived before Lord Balaram. Overwhelmed with ecstatic love, Narada lost his balance and fell on the ground. Quickly, the Lord lifted Narada, put him on his lap, and pacified him with kind and affectionate words. The Lord said, "Narada, where have you come from? I am eager to hear from you." Respectfully, the sage replied, "My Lord, what can I say? Since you are the Supersoul, you already know everything that's within my heart, so just say whatever you want. The age of Kali is full of the most heinous, sinful activities. People don't know how to be delivered. Feeling compassion for them, my Lord decided to appear on earth to re-establish religious principles and maintain his devotees. The best dharma is destroying irreligion. I concluded this after deep study. The Lord ordered me to announce this, and upon hearing it, the people became joyful. Accepting the mood of Radharani within his heart, taking the golden complexion of Radha outside, and completely absorbed in the mood of Radha, the Lord will appear on earth. Along with his friends, girlfriends, and numerous devotees, he will flood the creation with the mood of Rajabhava, the loving sentiments of the residents of Vrindavan. Taking the name of Nityananda, you will also appear with them. Of course, my Lord, you already know these things. Upon hearing Mahaprabhu's order, as told by Narada, Balarama Rai looked all around and laughed loudly. Losing himself in ecstasy, the Lord repeatedly made a tumultuous sound. Obeying Mahaprabhu's order, Lord Balaram told his devotees to go to earth. Lord Balaram said, Narada, let us now go to the earth. I will teach the confidential glories of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Gaura Hari, the essence of all incarnations, will appear in Kali Yuga. Taking straw between your teeth, make everyone sing about the transcendental glories of Lord Chaitanya. Give up material attachment and develop attachment for Krishna. Loving attachment for the Lord will act as a boat to ferry you across the ocean of material existence. The Gaura incarnation is extremely rare. By the mercy of Gauranga, the lifeless will regain life and the blind will see the path. End of Murari Gupta's narration to Damodar Pandit. Thus, Lochan Das sings the glories of Gauranga, the supreme incarnation. Glories of Gauranga's associates. Following Mahaprabhu's orders, his various associates appeared on earth with new names and identities. Mahesh Thakur, Lord Shiva, took the name Kamalakshana and appeared in a Brahmana family. He received the title Advaita Acharya upon completing his study of the Vedas. That great personality, previously known as Mahamaheshwara, was completely situated in the mode of goodness. Yet the people of the world called it the mode of ignorance. Seeing only his external behavior, ignorant people who could not perceive his inner nature said he was in the mode of ignorance. This mode of ignorance predominates in materialistic devotees. Such foolish, ignorant devotees can't understand the real position of Harihara. How can one mistakenly speculate that Harihara, Vishnu, Shiva are in the mode of ignorance? Now just consider how Lord Gaura is the best of all incarnations. On Magh Trayodasi, during an auspicious stellar conjunction, Lord Balaram appeared on earth in a Brahmana family as the son of Hadai Pandit and Padmavati. In the form of Anantashesh, this same Lord maintains the creation by holding the universes on his hoods. Taking the name Sri Nityananda Prabhu, he was the source of unlimited bliss. His parents named him Kuvera Pandit, and as a sannyasi, he was called Nityananda. Taking the name Sita, goddess Katyayani appeared on earth in a Brahmana family. After marrying Advaita Acharya, they both preached Prema Bhakti. I, Lochan Das, confess that I am less intelligent and I don't understand the truths about the Lord. How can I profess to know the identity of these avatars and explain it? Also, I can't tell what I have heard from the great acharyas because I feel too shy to speak. I have no power to identify them. I am simply listing their names here alphabetically without considering their individual seniority. Lord Sri Krishna himself appeared in the home of Sachi Devi and Jagannath Mishra. Gopinath and Kashi Mishra Thakur were ecstatic followers of Lord Chaitanya. Murari, Sri Gadadhar Pandit, Gadadhar Das, Mukunda Datta, Srivas, Ramananda Rai, Vasudev Datta, Haridas Thakur, Govinda and his surrendered followers, Ishwara Puri, Madhava Puri, Vishnu Puri, Vakreshwar, Paramananda Puri, Jagadananda Pandit, Vishnu Priya, Raghava Pandit, and others appeared on earth. Ramdas, Gauridas, Sundar, Krishnadas, Purushottam, Sri Kamalakara, Kala Krishnadas, and Udharana Dhata are glorified among the Dvadasa Gopalas, 12 cowherd boys of Raja. Parameshwar Das, Vrindavan Das, Kashishwar, Sri Rupa, Sanatan, Govinda, Madhava, and Vasu Ghosh came to the earth together to preach Krishna consciousness. Damodar Pandit and his 4 brothers came. Purandar Pandit and Paramananda Vaidya came. Some associates joined the Lord right in the beginning of his pastimes, and others came later. Sri Narahari Sarkar Prabhu is my Lord and Master. Although I am powerless, I will try to describe his character. Paying respects to my Gurudev, I beg him to please overlook my attempt and not be angry. By the mercy of his feet, a fallen soul like myself can tell everyone about the wonderful transcendental glories of his Lord Gauranga. My Lord Sri Narahari Das had great influence among the Vaidyas, class of doctors. His body was full of Krishna prema, and he constantly preached Krishna consciousness to his followers. Innumerable living entities received the shower of his mercy. He was always restless due to his intense attachment to Krishna. Because his body was made of pure Radha Krishna ras, he would often manifest symptoms of bhava. Absorbed in pure love for Radha Krishna, he would sometimes perform a transcendental pastime. Living in the village of Sri Khanda, he became famous as Narahari Caitanya. His lotus feet are the only object of my life. Sometimes he was immersed in Krishna bhava, and sometimes he was immersed in Radha bhava. At other times, he manifested the form of Radha and Krishna's love. He always followed pure teachings of Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu. He always treated the Vaishnavas with great love and respect. His fame is spread throughout the world. In Vrajalila, he was Madhumati, an embodiment of nectar and very dear to Sri Radha. In the age of Kali, he is Narahari Sarkar, one of Sriman Mahaprabhu's main associates. He was a storehouse of Radha Krishna Prema. His nephew was the world-famous devotee, Raghunandana Thakur. When he was a boy, Raghunandana's deities ate a laddu directly from his hand. Therefore, what fool would consider him just a less intelligent child? Who can describe the qualities of such a rare and exalted Vaishnava? Indeed, he would often talk personally to his deity of Krishna. In fact, Lord Raghunandana, you are my life and soul. Abhiram Goswami said Raghunandana was the incarnation of Cupid. The devotees saw Raghunandana as Cupid when he sat in Lord Chaitanya's lap. Having the power of Krishna within himself, he would enchant the minds of everyone in the universe whenever he danced. He showered his affection on one and all without distinction. He always spoke kind and sweet words. In fact, no one ever heard him say anything cruel. Raghunandana was beautiful, intelligent, and his body was saturated with the bliss of Krishna consciousness. His pastimes were very sweet, and his life was a blessing to the world. Raghunandana's father, Sri Mukunda Das, was a pure devotee who had complete faith in the teachings of Lord Chaitanya. Once he fainted upon seeing a peacock fan in a royal assembly. This sight overwhelmed him in memory of his beloved, all-attractive Lord Krishna. Who can fathom the intimate relationships the external associates of Lord Chaitanya have with the Lord? Only the Lord's confidential expansions like Ananta and others can know him. A limited conditioned soul can never know the power of Lord Sri Krishna. However, one who has realized Krishna can see the Lord. Why bother to mention his weapon-like eternal associates? They all came to earth. Therefore, how can I name them all? One may try to measure the sea with a water pot. Another may attempt to count all the dust particles in the world. I may count the stars in the sky. One may do these things, but it won't be possible for him to fully write about the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What else can I say? I am foolish and less intelligent, but I am undertaking the task of writing a biography about the golden Lord Gauranga. Just as a blind man desires to see a precious jewel, or a dwarf wants to catch the moon, or a lame man tries to trek the Himalayas, similarly, within my heart, I intensely desire to preach the transcendental message of Lord Gauranga. With folded hands, I request you to bless me. By the divine touch of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, a dumb man becomes talkative. A tongueless man can skillfully transmit transcendental topics, and without studying, an illiterate fool can explain the truth of Brahman. The most elevated Vaishnavas appear on earth in order to explain the confidential knowledge about Krishna. As a mother feeds her baby without motivation, similarly, Lord Gauranga showers his causeless mercy upon all living entities. Seeing the extent of his mercy, even a low-born fool like myself desires to taste the nectar of Krishna consciousness. Narahari Prabhu, an embodiment of compassion, kindly poured his affection upon this most fallen and degraded creature. Although I was helpless and blindly attached to the lowest sinful activities, he saved me. By the mercy of the Lord, my Gurudev, and the devotees, I hope to complete this manuscript without any impediments. With folded hands and a face full of humility, I surrender myself again and again at the feet of the Vaishnavas. I am the lowest of the low. Only by the mercy of the Vaishnavas will this biography be completed successfully. Holding a straw between my teeth and offering my most humble obeisances, I, Lochan Das, beg the Lord to fulfill my desire to complete this book. Listen, everyone. The Sutra Khanda of Sri Caitanya Mangala is finished. Lochan Das suggests that we now discuss the Prema Vilas, the ecstatic pastimes of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu in the Adi Khanda. Jai. Lochan Das Thakur ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki Jai. So that was a very long chapter. I'm sorry that it took so long to complete. And how was it? How was the live version? Please let me know down in the comments. I just thought I would try it out this time because it actually takes a while for me to edit it, and I haven't had that much time recently, so I thought I would just give this a go. I know I made a few errors while I was reading. I stumbled on my words a few times, so please forgive that. And I hope to see you next time when we start to read Adi Khanda. So exciting to hear more about Lord Gauranga. Thank you so much for listening or reading along. We'll see you next time. Thank you. Hare Krishna.